Hey everybody, this is Beth and Cool Prisoner 93.
Hey.
And we wanted to do an update now that we've started the 2015/2016 school year. For the beginning of this school year, he is going to be in 6th grade, which he already started at the end of last year when we finished in June.
Yes.
He had already moved up to 6th grade, so a lot of this is just a continuation of what he's already been doing. But we thought we would just do a quick video of his curriculum and I guess how you go through your day.
Yeah.
So why don't you show them how you first start out, what's the first thing you grab in the morning?
The first thing that I get is this is my schedule. So basically, it just goes through and tells me what I need to do. I need to brush my teeth and stuff in the morning. Then it goes through science, and in the backs it says what exactly I do for different days. So this is my YouTube one. Actually, this is my old one. So it says on Monday that I do my original show, whatever, plus a review. Wednesday is 2 Let's Plays, and Friday is Plush World / Top 10. And then it's for a bunch of different things, I do different writing on different days, depending on what I'm doing. And yeah.
So everything that he has is all put into this one container. We try to keep it all together, and that way if we're traveling somewhere for the day, if we're at someone else's house during the day, whatever, we can just take a school day right with us. So everything we use is pretty much all right in here except for the stuff, on his laptop. So we have his schedule right here. So we're going to show you kind of how he's organized, and then we're going to show you sort of what he does for each subject. So so the first thing you come to is Bible studies, which he does first thing in the morning, and he has like a Bible for kids type thing that he reads out of.
Yeah.
I think it's upstairs.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
And then he does his morning prayers. So the second one is he gets dressed, comes down for breakfast, goes up and brushes his teeth, and then we get to math. So why don't you pull out your 3-ring binder, which every year he has a different 3-ring binder, and this year he decided to kick it old school with like a Trapper Keeper-ish one that has like a handle on it. And then when you open it up,
pockets and a bunch of different.
It's got this stuff. So if he has different papers and stuff like that, and then he's got this part that has each of his subjects. So the first one, and then I lay this out. We're not crazy organized, but one of the few things I try to do is keep everything right in a row. So these are all in the same order as this. So as he goes through, he pulls out, and then he goes right to the next, puts it back and goes right to the next thing. So for math, he is in pre-algebra, and these things that are in his binder here, we found it at Target.
We found it at Target.
So we just picked out a couple of them for right now, and I'm sure we'll pick out more of them. And we tried lap booking, and we're just bad at it. So these are kind of like lap booking, but already done for you. And they're just little laminated things, and it has little reminders that you might need to come back to if you accidentally space on how to find the area of something or whatever. So this is the one for pre-algebra. So for math, why don't you show what you do for math?
I still have the art of problem solving. Still have that one. That
is what he does. Again, we're not set, but usually Mondays and Wednesdays. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I let him do math on the computer because he likes to change it up and not always do book work. So on those days, we do Khan Academy, or we're going to get into maybe CTC type stuff. He likes doing some of it online. So so that's 2 days a week. And then Fridays, why don't you put that back and get out what we do on Fridays?
And on Fridays, we do, we go back to challenge math.
We go back to challenge math. So right now we're doing a review of this one, and then we're going to move up to the next one, which the same person who wrote this one wrote one that is algebra, and I can't even think of what it's called right now. I think it's got a green cover, but yeah, so we're probably going to switch over to that one so that everything we're doing the same math for no matter what we're in. But that's going to be what we do kind of on Fridays, just as something different. So that's math. You go ahead and put that away. And then in his 3-ring binder, the next thing we come to is ELA, and he actually has 3 spots there because he has one for I don't even know, one for writing,
Spanish,
one for vocab. No, not Spanish. I'm just talking about ELA.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he's got 3 spots for ELA, and for ELA you are doing.
Here, I'm doing. We're still doing poetry, essay, and the Caesar's English one by Michael Clay Thompson.
Michael Clay Thompson. So that's what he's doing right now. And then for, you can put those back. So same thing, we alternate each day of the week which book that he's working in. It has you start off with grammar, which we already did at the end of last year. So now we're just going in these 3. And then he also has, can you find the baggie that has like your vocab?
Oh yeah, that's right here.
I think we've showed this before. I can't remember. I think this is the thing that we stole from Little Homeschool Mama. If you watch her channel at all, I think this is the idea that we took from her. The keeping schedule part, this one, where you actually write down like the individual schedule. This one I stole, and I can't even give a shout out because I can't remember who it was now. But we were looking up homeschooling in an RV. That's our dog, sorry. And the people in the RV had like 4 kids, and this is how they kept all their kids organized and kept them from doing the same thing at the same time, as they had them on schedules like this. And I was like, that's a good idea. He can flip right through his day, without me and stay on task. But this one, yeah. So he's just got his vocab words, and then he writes on the back what they are and gives an example.
Of course, in gaming terms.
In gaming terms, so he remembers what they are. So Friday we do like a vocab / spelling test. So that's the rest of ELA. So next we come to science.
Which,
in this part, we're going to be going over anatomy, which for us is going to be like science / health. Oh, I should have had you grab that other book, but for science / health, we're doing anatomy. And then we're also doing, for health class, we're doing a book, or he's reading a book that is about, it's like for boys. So it's about puberty, it's about nutrition, it's about whatever, all kinds of stuff, skincare and whatever, all of that stuff, good hygiene. So that and anatomy have come together to where we're starting off the science / health. And then we also have, why don't you show
we still have these 2 mystery or whatever ones, detective ones from last year, which I think we're gonna get into at some point.
So science loose is what? That's the one where you what?
This is the one where it gives you a case, and I think this is the one where it gives you a case, and then it gives you things like fingerprints and interviews, and then like 3 different mysteries to solve. And then there's like days where you get specific things from different people. So yeah.
And then the other one is one where you do actual lab type things. So you have to read ahead of time to figure out what like supplies you need, and then it teaches you how to do stuff, how to do different labs at home. So like examples are, it shows you how to do like fingerprinting and handwriting analysis and all that kind of stuff. So he likes forensics, so that's going to be part of our science too, and that's kind of, science-wise, that's all we have mapped out for right now. So next in your day is history.
Yes.
Which, I don't know what we have in, so, yeah. So history, now that we're in middle school, we're doing world history. Yes. And he had decided that he wanted less of a textbook history class this year. Are you tired? Yeah. And more of a just kind of figuring stuff out from a bunch of different resources. So we've definitely showed these in other videos, and they're just 2 books that we got from a thrift store. They each cost like $1, I think, or something, and it just takes you through just so we stay on task and don't miss anything. And then how do we fill in the gaps for each, like right now we're doing ancient civilization, so yes. We will do what? We watch,
there's usually a bunch of documentaries and things on like Netflix or like Hulu or something. So I've been watching, like, they're usually just like 45 minutes long, each one.
Yeah, so we'll watch those that take you through. or maybe like books from the library, biographies of different people. Then we do projects of whatever he thinks sounds good. So yeah, the history for us this year is just a mixture from a bunch of different resources. Do we have a separate one for geography, or do we put history in with geography?
We put history in with geography.
I think so too. So if you go over to geography, he has the 50 states, or actually it showed it better on this one too. He's got a world map and a US map. So the world map is like a fold out, and then the US is on the other side. And I've seen a bunch of people do it, and we had already intended to do it, but hadn't yet.
Yes.
But we've started, he's going through the Animaniac songs to learn all the different stuff and the locations with the song, which I think we always kind of had the intention of doing that. I'm sure a lot of people have, because they're such good songs, but we're just now starting that. So that's geography. So the next thing is Spanish, which he does Duolingo right now on the computer, and he seems to like that a lot,
Yes,
right?
I love
He can talk, he can write, he can do all of it. He likes it. Health, as I said, is going to be his book on puberty. Coding right now, we have a combination of, he's finishing up his Microsoft, what is it? Small Basic. He's doing, what are the two things? Scratch?
Yeah, not much Scratch. There's this really awesome website where it's called Tinker, and basically what you do is there's blocks, kind of like in Scratch, and then basically you tell your character where to move, and then things like putting a small amount of blocks to get to one thing, and repeating, and like beating like enemies and things. So yeah, that's really fun.
Okay, awesome. The next thing is writing, which what's the two things you have for writing?
A couple of things. There's like one different thing. So I do free writing. I do my blog, which I talk about on my channel. I have this thing. I have unjournaling again, which basically just gives you these little quick things that make you really think about stuff.
It's like different writing prompts, but we thought they were unique and cool.
And then there's mystery writing, which I'm actually going with a kind of mystery storybook, which I'm thinking about putting on up on like fan fiction or something. And we still have philosophy, which it just gives you questions and makes you kind of think about them a little bit.
So all of those combined is like where his writing is at. He does a different one each time, sometimes just depending on what he's in the mood for, and sometimes something specific. But that's what he's writing about. The next thing on here is chores. We make that part of his school day. So for us, it's stuff like vacuuming, doing laundry, whatever, stuff like that. The next thing is drums, which he does on his own for like whatever, 15, 20, 30 minutes a day. He goes upstairs and practices on his drum set. Then we have read for 30 minutes. A lot of times he'll end up reading more. He just switches what book he's reading. So we have 30 minutes of reading something that he's chosen specifically for school, and then he might read more just with his own stuff. And then we have tape his videos in here, because he likes to make sure that's definitely part of his day.
It's not part of school day.
It's not part of his school day, but we just, everything, even brushing teeth and stuff, is part of his day. So yeah, so that's how everything is set up in there. And like I said, we just use this. We got it at Target, I think, for like $3 or something. But we just use that to really make sure that he stays on task. And that way, if I'm really busy, you know, with work and can't really talk that day or whatever, he can still between this and this and this, he can just sort of make his way through his school day, even if we're traveling, even if whatever. So that's sort of his curriculum slash schedule slash day in the life of.
Yeah, again, I've done like 3 of these.
Slash video on what we're doing, right? For the beginning of this school year. I'm sure he'll probably switch to 7th grade at some point, and I'm sure we'll probably switch curriculum, at least some things at some point. So we'll definitely do a video for anything we add in or anything that changes. But I think that's it. Does that pretty much cover it?
Yeah.
All right. So that is it. We will talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.